shepherding new plays is something that I'm really fascinated by. Oh, I have to put my glasses back on. So I'm Michael Rao, and I'm a assistant professor of directing and devising here at Stanford. I'm also a working professional artist. I direct plays, I direct operas, and I create digital media projects. I'm also the artistic director of the Theater and Performance Studies department. I went to Wesleyan University, which is this like tiny liberal arts college in Middletown, Connecticut. So my undergraduate experience was one where there was a faculty of like international theater artists and then also a really vibrant student theater. And they would sort of mentor me as I would direct a play using the student theater resources. So at Wesleyan, every quarter you could just kind of apply to direct a piece. And I tried to direct as many projects as I had. So when I finished my undergrad, I had like something like 5 or 6 shows under my belt, which is what eventually helped me get into grad school. That relationship between a faculty mentor and a space to create my own work was like really, really helpful and exactly what I wanted for my development as an artist. When I was a freshman, one of the student theater pieces that I saw, it was like very early on, was this like new musical that a student had written. And it was like really interesting music, and it turned out the student had composed and written the whole thing himself. And he was this really funny, nice, personable guy. And his name was Lin-Manuel Miranda, and that piece was in the Heights. And I remember watching that show as a freshman, and Lin was a senior at the time, and going like, oh, you can just make things. Oh, you can just like put stuff out into the world. And because that was a student theater project, like that, he kept refining it and developing it, and that, you know, was his eventual first Broadway debut. Name dropping. So I'm really interested in 2 things. I'm interested in participation. What does it mean to actually attend the theater and for your body to be in the space? And can we make theater that uses that idea in a bigger way, beyond just, oh, sit in the chair and pretend like the person sitting next to you isn't there? Can you make a piece of theater where the audience is invited into the piece in some way, shape, or form that doesn't totally like turn into chaos? And then also to like look at our relationship to technology. I feel like a lot of the plays that I see these days, it's strange that rarely someone is on their cell phone or that someone is using technology in the way that when I look around, a lot of people are. And so what does it mean to make theater that reflects the ways that we use technology today, ways that we communicate with each other? How our social interactions or our ability to relate to each other has changed over time is that oftentimes it's mediated by devices or it's mediated by computers, and that we still have those kinds of strange human social interactions, but oftentimes it happens over text message or through email. And so I'm interested in creating theater that harnesses that uses that same social relationship, but explores it in a theatrical way or finds ways to use that technology on the stage. Blah, 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 I worked with David Bowie.